for it.
That, no, but if we got work to do, I want to do the work, so I'm not, I'm just not, that's this way, I'm not gonna tell a bunch of stories tonight.
No Jimmyisms? No
I'm
Jimmyisms?
gonna sit here and say, hey.
So I did get Brian Cox from Audio and Light. That's the company that installed the AV system. He came out and worked on this and got it working again, so we shouldn't drop stream anymore. He's going to get us a price on a new projector. That projector is older than the system itself. It was here when the building was put in.
Good news. Let's go.
Say
Where's
no
Kim?
more, Mr. Mayor?
Where's Kim?
April 1st, 2025, special call town council meeting, budget workshop, 7 o'clock p.m. After public comments, just
Okay. All right. It is April 1st, 2025. This is a special called meeting for budget workshop. It is 7:01 p.m. If you would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. If I didn't, I call this thing to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will review and adopt the agenda. I make a motion that we do adopt the agenda.
Seconded.
Have a first and a second. Any comment, conversation, discussion? Mr. Foy? Aye. Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
And I am aye. Public comments. We'd like to limit these to 3 minutes if we can, please. Would anyone like to speak? Moving right along, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Foy, and we're going to discuss the budget.
Well, we had a good meeting back at the beginning of March. I think Kim and staff did a great job. Looking at the budget message, Robbie and Kim, I think, made the necessary changes. I've reviewed that. I have no further instruction or anything I'd like to add. Kim has sent out the budget that captured all the changes that we had, and you know, I think we have a good-looking budget. You know, once again, for the, I guess this will be the 36th year with no property tax in the town of Stokesdale. Everything looking good here. We live in a wonderful place and we're very blessed. You know, do want to note we're budgeting $10,000 next year for the redesign of our website. Hopefully it won't cost that much, but I'm glad to see the commitment in the general fund to move forward with what I believe is a much needed revamp. Kim, do you have any comments or questions? I really don't.
Yes, I only have one that I need to make. Since I have sent out this to you guys on Friday, last week, excuse me, when it was. Item number 40300, membership and dues. I increased that by $50. We received an email from Civic Plus that they were going to increase by 5%. When I did the calculation, it came up to 40-ish some dollars, so I increased that by $50. And then I did decrease contingency funds by the same amount, $50. And that's the only changes I've made since. So.
Thank you, Kim.
Any discussion?
Guys, y'all done a good job. Everything's balanced out, it looks like. Good budget message. I don't see any reason for us to have another budget meeting, unless somebody has a reason to do that.
I was going to say,
I kind of agree. Why don't we talk about it when the rest of the guys are together next week and cancel it in the regular meeting?
Good idea.
If
Yeah.
we
Good
all
idea.
decide to cancel it. I agree with you, but we got two folks that aren't here tonight, and they may be missing something that we're not. So
This would be a good time for them to, you know.
yeah, Jimmy, I certainly agree with. I think we have a budget that's ready to present to the public, and you know it's April 1st, and that's not a joke either. Or a fool's.
Yeah.
But great job on the general fund, Kim. You know, Jimmy, are you okay waiting to maybe discuss that, have a discussion item and and next week?
We
do you wanna-
can, but I'm gonna tell you something I don't wanna do. I don't wanna have to come back here again and rehash this when we could be doing it tonight. I don't see anything to rehash.
I foresee us being out of here by 7:10, and it's 7:05 now.
Yeah.
Well, the three of us are at least in agreement. Let's make it an agenda item for Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That'll give as you said, it'll give the other council members
Yeah,
a chance.
Do a agenda item for discussion of budget workshop schedule.
Let's
the
approve
May-
the budget. Are we gonna approve the budget?
No,
Well,
you
no,
can't
we're not
approve it.
there yet.
You could, you gotta give me 10 days, so so I have to advertise it as a public hearing. You could approve it 10 days from now, that's just gonna fall on not the 10th, but the 11th. Come back again on Friday, but, do whatever you want, but just know I have to have a 10-day public hearing notice.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah.
Absolutely.
What would you like the agenda item to be, just discussion of budget, or?
Just May budget workshop.
Okay,
Scheduled May budget workshop. And then put the date whenever that is.
that's good, I'm good with that, cause that May budget workshop is the same week as the Maytown Council
It
meeting.
is.
Ah.
Are we gonna put off the, adopt the budget till May, or?
No, so this process is to get something together so we have something to present to the public.
Right,
That's normally what we do in June. It needs to be passed by June 30th.
I got you.
So, I think the majority of the legwork has been done. So we would just need to go through the formal advertising, have a public hearing, either in our May meeting or June meeting.
Okay,
Adopt it if you so feel inclined to vote for it.
okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Do we have any public comments?
Well, there is a couple things I'd like to discuss.
Okay, outside the bounds of the workshop?
No, I think, well, no, it's absolutely within the bounds of the workshop. I'm pleased with the general fund and the water enterprise fund. Kim, do you have any comments about the water enterprise fund?
I do not, I did want, let me get over there first. I did want, the last meeting that we had, we felt good with the 705,000 that we had, increased, that we moved the water sales to.
Yes, ma'am.
And the water purchases at 295,000. You do see, which we know that we have been kind of out of the loop with the city of Winston because of their breach and all. But we are actually a little over halfway for this fiscal year, and we've paid out to this point about 165,000. So I feel good with that 295 number because that does kind of fluctuate here and there. That is, our contingency appropriations, if you see, is $34,654. That is less than the 5% that we're allowed to have.
Okay.
So we are in compliant with that, and I just want you guys to know that is there in case we need to move some things around throughout or whatever.
Wonderful. One thing of note is we do need to add for the planning grant and the AIA grant, the monies that we have there, because we will be probably making some expenditures next year. It's in this year's budget, right? But in case it carries over to next year, which I get the feeling it will.
Oh, that 400, okay.
Yeah.
Do I not have that number in there? I do not. I only have the my apologies, guys.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's understandable, we just need that in there.
I will. So it's the 300 and the 100. And then, okay.
And of course, that would be offset by
Yes.
the engineering for capital projects.
Let's see, capital project. Do I have a line item?
14,001.
Oh, okay. Does not include maintenance or repair. Gotcha. All right, so, and I will fix that. Perfect.
Do you have anything else water-related, Kim?
I do not.
I'd like to talk about the fee schedule.
Okay.
Tonight will be the first evening that the youth program is using the lights, the field, for their practice. I think a fair number to charge anyone that wants to use the lights is $25 an hour. I'd like to see that figure in the fee schedule It does mirror with Summerfield charges, if that's worth anything to anybody. And I think it's a reasonable number. Certainly will cover the electricity cost.
It will. It will. Do you want to charge I know, just asking, we charge $10 an hour for residents, $15 an hour for non-residents for the field rental. Do you want to do a different fee for non-residents?
We'll do 30 for non-residents. That $5 premium would carry over. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think we should, at least 30,
Yeah.
you know.
Good with me.
So 25 for residents
Okay.
or local organizations.
30 for non.
30.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got it.
And those lights should turn on automatically at 7:30. So,
Do we light both fields at one time, each time?
yeah, so we can pick and choose, fields 1, 2, or both. But from my conversation with them, they wanted all the lights turned on this week.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. Let me ask you this, are we talking about both fields at $25 an hour? What if I just want one field? Is there do I get a discount?
No.
I don't know. I mean, it's something to think about. It's not much of a difference in price.
That's fine then, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
yeah.
I think we're pretty good as it is.
We'll find out pretty soon.
Yeah. That's
Well,
true.
we're not forcing nobody to do it.
No, that's right. Nobody's forced to use the lights. That's right.
Ain't nobody gotta use them.
That's right. But I will say they've been reserved 3 times this week. So that's good.
Yeah, hey, great.
Made 3 reservations for them.
Are they pleased with the field as far as you know?
Yeah, everything looks good. I got to give props to Mr. Overby. He came by here, not last Friday, but the Friday before last.
Correct.
And he spent 5 hours on a steamroller rolling the fields and flattening them out for us. And they look really good. He did a good job. So all the tire marks are gone.
Has it been mowed yet?
I don't know. Mr. Hunter came by here last week and signed the contract. I don't know. He did not tell me
Okay.
whether or not it had been mowed.
Okay,
But I know that he was gonna call and have a conversation with Mr. Jones about the field, so maybe he's told Mr. Jones. I'll have to follow up with him. I'm
All
not
right.
sure. I will say the grass is still very brown. It'll take some hot sun to get it.
time of the year.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. But it'll turn. But the fields look good.
Anything else with the workshop?
Yeah, in January of 2025, we discussed that the Yates rates were increasing. And it was favorable for me at the time that we go ahead and increase our water rates to offset the increase with Yates. However, we continued that to a different, more appropriate time. I think that appropriate time would be to get it in next year's budget, so I think that would be now. You have a sheet of paper. This is exactly what I shared with y'all in the January meeting. I see that we have 2 options. The option 1 is highlighted in yellow. That is simply increasing our cost by the same dollar amount that, excuse me, let me say this again. That is simply increasing our price to our customers by the same dollar amount that Yates increased their price. Option 2 is highlighted in blue. That is increasing our price to where we would retain the same contribution margin for that. So that would require a little more dollars in our price increase. So, I mean, right now, we're losing money for every connection we have until these go into effect. I mean, it's not breaking the bank or anything, but, I mean, that's a fact. So,
I think personally, I think the option 2 is, I think we should maintain our margins. It's really important. It's real easy to let it slip. You let it slip once and it'll be hard to catch it up.
We can't vote on that tonight, though, can we?
No,
I think give direction to Kim to put it in the budget next year. And these new rates will be adopted with the adoption
I'm
of the
good with
budget.
that.
So they would go into effect July 1st.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Kim, do you have this sheet?
I do, yes, I do.
So are you good with,
I like option 2 most, I like
okay,
option 2. Yep.
so that'll be in the proposed budget for next year. It's part of the fee schedule.
And that's all I would do. Yeah.
So this would go, wait a minute, hold on.
One thing I'd like to bring up,
Yes, sir.
if I could, in looking at this same page here, Under the bulk water schedule, there's I guess it doesn't hurt to leave it on here. This Yates Construction Air Gap Inspection, it's not something that they offer anymore, so it's redundant to have it on there. It doesn't hurt to leave it on there, but you don't have to.
Then, if it serves no purpose, it's just there.
It's just there.
Somebody's just gonna ask a question in the future, and it's something that doesn't even.
They are.
So do y'all see any need to have it there?
What is it again? What is the item?
So
It's not on that sheet. It's on the fee schedule.
Yeah, on the fee schedule, on page 3 of 4, there's towards the top, there's a bulk water schedule. And this is when we sell water to folks that are filling swimming pools or, doing anything like that. The application fee and the permit fee, that's understandable. This installation or removal of the town meter if needed, we never had to do that, but I could see that maybe needing to be done at some point. The deposit for the meter, $500 is, I guess, good. I don't know how much a new meter would cost if somebody were to break it. I would hope 500 would cover it. It certainly would cover the cost of a residential meter. This is larger. But what I'm getting at is this air gap inspection.
Take it off.
Nobody does it.
I mean, if they're not doing it, it's no sense in being there.
All right, if we could
So
remove that.
we'll strike that. That was something that, when we were going through this list, that was something that I think Priscilla had brought up, that not something that they do.
Thank you for pointing that out. Are there any further things on the fee schedule you guys feel like we should look at? We hadn't gone up in a lot of areas in a long time, and I don't really see the need to.
Parade stuff?
The capacity fees will not change, correct? Just the one, like the tap fees?
Yeah, that's
For
right.
the 4,200 and the, okay.
Yep.
So the capacity will stay.
We should expect a water rate increase from Winston. I think it's usually done every May.
Yeah.
We did not increase our rates last year. We absorbed that. I don't have a number to share with you guys because I don't know what it's gonna be, but I think we're gonna, we need to be aware of that. At the same time, Hazen and Sawyer is doing a rate study for us, so, they'll be looking at all that too, but, just note, we did absorb, a modest.
Do we think that we would have that before the final budget would be voted on?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But, Robbie, correct me if I'm wrong, but the fee schedule can be updated anytime throughout the year.
Correct,
Is
that's
that
right.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
fee schedules can be updated anytime.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got you.
The only thing is if which is not a problem here, your property tax is listed on your fee schedule. That's the one thing that cannot be changed on the fee schedule, but we don't have that problem here.
Good
so
point. Good
No
point.
problem.
Let's see if we can't keep it in order.
There you go.
Public comments?
You ready? Do them? Okay. Any further discussion? We'll open it up for public comments. Try to limit it to 3 minutes if you would, please. We're all trying to get out of here.
Let everybody come at once.
Council comments, Mr. Foy.
You guys have a great week. Thank you for your collaboration and all your efforts. Thank you to staff. And I'll wait to the regular meeting to give Priscilla and Mason a big shout out for all their good work putting together that SOP.
Yep.
For the water.
They're already working on the next one.
Good.
Mr. Landrith.
Thanks, guys. Y'all did a great job putting this together. And this is probably as quick a budget as we've had since we've been here.
Tell you.
I mean, to have it ironed out like this, and I really appreciate it. Makes life easy.
Yes.
I concur with the other council members. Thank you very much for getting this done as quickly and as efficiently as you did. With that being said,
Motion to
announcements.
I'm
Announcements. April 8th, 2025, the regular Town Board of Adjustment meeting has been canceled. 4/10/2025, regular Town Council meeting is at 7 p.m. here in the council meeting room. The 4/24/2025, regular Town Planning Board meetings at 7 p.m. here. May 6, 2025, special call Town Council meeting. This is the budget workshop. Currently, it is scheduled for 7 p.m. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Foy?
Aye.
Mr. Landrith?
Aye.
And I am I.
Thanks, guys.
Didn't get to drink my
I
coffee.
want to get out of here during the daylight.
You wait 10 minutes, you see.